Take a look at solving the percent proportion when the percent is missing. This would be a similar case of when I say you got this many points out of this many on your quiz or your test, like you see at the top of your quiz or test, and you need to figure out your percent. So we'll go ahead and start out by making our percent setup, putting 100 down on the bottom. Now, it says here what percent, and not to mention, in both of these values, you don't see a percent sign. Therefore, we know that the X goes in the percent spot. Now, I look here, I see this word of, and immediately after of is 70. So I put 70 in the bottom, 21 is what's left over. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, that's easy because 21 is the smaller number. It is not always going to be the smaller number on bottom, so please be careful of that. Now, I take a look at 70 and 10, and I know that if I were to do, 70 and 100, if I do 70 and 100 to figure out the LCM, I take out 10, and I get 7 and 10 times 10 is 100, times 7 is 700. So I know that the greatest common, or least common multiple is going to be 700. Should I multiply both sides by 700? When I do that, that's going to cancel the 100, leave me with 7 up top. It's going to cancel the 70, and it's going to leave me with 10 up top. So now I have 7 times x, which is 7x, and 21 times 10, which is 210. So then I divide by 7, and when I do that, the 7's cancel, leaving me with x, and 7 goes into 21 3 times, with 0 left over, and it can't go into 0 at all, so it would be 30%. The nice part is you don't have to do any decimal moving because we already have it set up in fraction form. Let's take a look at the next example I have for you. What percent of 50 is 60? So we'll go ahead and we will set up our proportion, put our 100 down in the bottom. Like I said, because it says what percent, that's our unknown, that's why x goes there. Then we take a look for the of number, which is the number that goes after. See now here, it says what percent of 50 is 60. So 50 actually goes on bottom and 60 goes on top because of the fact that it says out of 50. If you got a 60 out of 50, what percent would you have gotten on that test? So now when I look at this, I know with 50 and 100 that my common denominator, or least common denominator, is 100. So I'm going to put in 100 over 1. The nice part here is that the hundreds will cancel. 50 cancels and it goes into 100 twice. So when I look here, I have x left on the left, and on the right I have 60 times 2, which is 120. And because it says what percent, it's 120%. Your task now is to go ahead and try the 2 you-try problems. What is 40% of 720? And what percent of 48 is 18? And bring those along with your questions and your summary written to class on Monday.